Happy Sunday, Celtics fans. I am Will Scott. Welcome in to Boston Celtics Day. We're about to talk about the recent Celtics struggles, take a look at the updated playoff picture. But first, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that because we're bringing you Celtics news, rumors, and more year-round. I think a lot of Celtics channels only active during the season or during free agency. We're a year-round Celtics channel here at Chat Sports. So subscribe, youtube.com/Celtics TV if you are all about the season. If you're a Celtics fan, you might be a little bit worried right now because Boston continues to struggle. They lost in Utah last night, 118-117 against the Jazz. Utah came in 3 games under 500 and were still able to beat the Celtics. Lauri Markkanen led the way, 28 points, 10 rebounds. Kelly Olynyk, I really wanted the Celtics to get him at the deadline. Instead, he puts up 13 and 13 against Boston. Walker Kessler, 12 and 14. So the Jazz manhandled Boston on the boards last night. Jaylen Brown, 32 points, 13 boards. He was great. Grant Williams outside the final play was good. We'll talk about that final play in a second. He had a career-high 7 3-pointers made. Jason Tatum, a kind of disappointing performance, just 15 points in this loss. So Grant Williams had the basketball in the final play and lost it, and the Jazz won the game. It was a play that was designed for Jason Tatum, and Joe Mazzulla just said Grant Williams tried to make a play, couldn't make a play. Celtics lose the game. Here's what Grant said about that final play. The play was designed to get the ball to JT. Normally, the big is the one that's guarding. They didn't take the guy off the ball. They took Lauri off the ball, so I got open against Lauri Markkanen. It didn't work out. Lost the ball. The shot was kind of blocked, and the Celtics lost the game 118-117. They have fallen into third place in the Eastern Conference. What's your one-word reaction to this loss? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. What's your one-word reaction to this loss? My one-word reaction is unacceptable. You cannot lose this basketball game. You're the better team. The Jazz were 3 games under 500 coming. They're a young team. You are far more talented than them. I get it. Tough place to play on the road, but you should have won that basketball game. And it's been very frustrating because before the All-Star break, the Celtics look like the team to beat in the East, and we'll show you the standings here in a second. But right now, they are behind the Bucks and behind the 76ers. You can just not lose games like this when you're trying to make a push for the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Now you're back to the 3 seed. Brian Scalabrine chimed in about the Celtics' recent struggles in NBC Sports Boston. Here's what he said. They just got one problem. They don't play that hard when they're comfortable. They don't guard at nearly the clip that they used to guard at. It used to be that everyone's fighting to be the best defender on the team. That was a good rivalry to be the best defender on the team. It used to be a thing. They used to take pride in guarding the ball. They used to take pride in shutting down the other team's best player. I actually believe they have moments of that. Now, I kind of agree with Scalabrine. There has not been enough efforts, especially on the defensive end here in the last couple of weeks, and as a result, the Celtics have dropped back to 3rd in the East. Remember before the All-Star break? I mean, we kind of felt like they were running away with this conference. I even said on the show that, like, they're fine in the East. You know, Josh said Grizzlies are fine in the West. I said, we're fine in the East. I was not that concerned. I mean, Milwaukee's been really good. Philadelphia's been good. But I just thought the Celtics were the best team, and they're reigning Eastern Conference champs. They have fallen 2.5 games back of the Bucks. Now they're behind Philadelphia as well. So they are the 3 seed in the East. If the season ended today, the Celtics, in all likelihood, would not be hosting the Eastern Conference semifinals, would not have a home court advantage there. You have the Cavs 4 games back of the Celtics. The Knicks are still playing pretty well. The Nets have been since the trade of Kevin Durant. The Heat are 38-34, and the Hawks are at 35-35. They've been playing better since hiring Quinn Snyder. What place will Boston finish in the Eastern Conference? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. I don't think they're going to be the top seed. I think they've fallen too far back. There's still a chance if they turn things around. But I'm just hoping for at least the 2 seed at this point. That would just be incredibly disappointing after the season the Celtics have had to not have a top 2 seed going into the playoffs. It's a big stretch here for the Celtics coming up. And Sacramento is going to be tough. They've been lighting the beam a lot over there in Sacramento. They've been playing very well. They've picked up a couple big wins recently, so you're going to play in Sacramento. Tough place to play on Tuesday night. Then you come home and you play two bad basketball teams. You should take care of business against Indiana. You should take care of business against San Antonio. Then you go to Washington. That should be a win, but then again, last night should have been a win too. And then that huge game against Milwaukee. So best case scenario, the Celtics win these 4 games. The Bucks lose 1 or 2 before that game. And the Celtics have a chance to reclaim the number 1 seed Milwaukee on March 30th. That is the best case scenario. I don't know if it's likely, but that would be great if that happens. Celtics win these 5 games. They might be first in the East, and they're going to have their swagger back. No question about it. It'd be huge if Robert Williams made his return, and he is expected to return this next week after missing the last couple of weeks, last 3 weeks, with a strained hamstring. Taking a look at the numbers, here's what he's put up in 28 games: 8.4 points per game, 8.6 rebounds per game, 1.5 assists per game, 1.2 blocks per game. So, Brian Scalabrine just, mentioned the defense kind of being an issue. I feel like a reason for that is you've been without Robert Williams, who is one of the best defenders in the National Basketball Association. Getting him back is going to be huge. Other people around the league might say, it's not really going to help that much. Oh, yes, it is. It absolutely is going to help. Having him back, you've been without Al Horford a decent amount too, so there's been a gap there at the 4 and the 5. So getting Williams back, having him play the 5, getting him back, playing big minutes on this basketball team is going to be ginormous for a Celtics team that has been struggling as of late. The Celtics, and I've said this before, but the Celtics are a better basketball team when Robert Williams III is on the floor, and they have not been without him for the past several weeks, and they've not been playing well. I don't think that's a coincidence, quite frankly. Are you fired up to have Robert Williams back this week? Barring no setbacks, cross your fingers, he's going to be back this week. Type 44 down in the comment section if you're fired up to have Robert Williams III back. He's expected to be back sometime this week. I don't know if he's going to be back by that Sacramento game on Tuesday, but perhaps by that 2-game homestand. Now, Robert Williams will be back playing for the Celtics. Want to hit on this news as well that broke over the weekend. Celtics assistant Damon Stoudamire has officially taken the Georgia Tech head men's basketball coaching job. So congrats to Damon Stoudamire, who has been on the Celtics staff the past 3 seasons. He is bound for Georgia Tech. I'm excited to see the job he does there, but he's not going to be on the Celtics bench any longer. He was the top assistant to Joe Mazzulla. He's been a college basketball coach before. He was coaching at Pacific as their head coach before he took the Celtics assistant job, and so now he's back in college basketball coaching in the ACC with Georgia Tech. I'm sure we'll be seeing him in Boston next year playing against Boston College, but not coaching the Celtics. Want to hit on that news before I let you go. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to continue to keep you posted on the Robert Williams injury situation and continue to keep you posted as the Celtics make a playoff push here.